There's a few bugs here. I think cars are hitting the ground there too hard and vanishing. Whoa! Did you guys see that? Even though I know it's mind-boggling, it's still blowing my mind. And I bet you there's more to come. I bet you there's something else that they haven't really mentioned yet. Right, how are we doing in terms of cash? We got 102,000, so I think we could get a second bus in here. Second-hand vehicles. And it's going to be a bit beaten up and whatnot. So we can afford this one. The internal components are all a bit knackered. Tyre change, oil change, that's not too bad. The indicators don't work. Everything needs fixing. It's all a bloody nightmare. Tyre change, oil change, I don't mind that, but the wipers and the lights don't work. Okay, so I mean we could buy a vehicle, but they're going to be absolutely crappy. Brand new ones are 300,000 euros. Holy cheese. I think even if I've got a crappy vehicle, surely that's going to make us more money because we have a second driver. So it just kind of makes sense to me that we need to have a second bus in order to maximize our income. The indicators don't work. Oof. Alright, we're going to go for this one. Oh, I need to go collect it from the harbour. Okay, cool. We can do that. So let's... Do we have a recurring order? We do, don't we? And who's scheduled for this? So she's already scheduled for driving. So I can just leave Victoria ticking over on that. That's cool. Alright then. We'll go to the calendar. I do wish they'd move that bloody box. We go to the calendar and go pick up our new vehicle. Alrighty, here we go. I wonder if I can fast travel to the harbour. That would be quite interesting. Alrighty. Oh, not close enough. There we go. Now, let's just check the map because the sat-nav appears to be on already. Oh, look at that. It's already preset where we're going. That's pretty darned handy, actually. Alrighty. So I was hoping to be able to do a giveaway today, but unfortunately, when the opportunity to get some keys to give away was announced, I was going away, so I was unable to grab them at the time, and it seems like there's none left now. So there are other YouTubers that are streaming and doing live videos on Tourist Bus Simulator. So I know that they have keys, Jimmy Daly being probably the most prominent, and he's also a good friend of mine. So yeah, please go check him out if you're interested in winning a copy of the key. Now the game doesn't go live until the 5th of December. I don't know what price it's going to be. That information hasn't been made available yet, but yeah, if you want the opportunity to win a key, then unfortunately there's not going to be any on my streams because I don't have any. But yeah, go check out Jimmy Daly and probably a bunch of other YouTubers all over the world that have got access and some keys that they can give away. This is too good a game. Going way too fast. Too good a game to not have access to it, I think. I'm going to cut across here, be a bit naughty. Still needs a bit of work. I'm not sort of sugarcoating things. I'm absolutely amazed at what they've done here. I think it's sensational what they've achieved. But The car's handling is shocking at best. The coaches are all fine, obviously. A lot of you have mentioned that you'd like to see additional coach types, and yeah, I mean, I would as well. I'd definitely like to see some really old sort of models and designs and stuff. Not forgetting that Fernbus Coach Simulator, oh, it's a bit of a stutter there. Fernbus Coach Simulator has got a modding kit in progress. I think it was going to go live earlier this year, but they had a setback, which meant they had to cancel it until they could figure out what to do about it. But yeah, I mean, eventually, hopefully, we'll have access to modding toolkit, and anything becomes possible then. Absolutely anything. Driving around Antigua in a Porsche 911 soft top. Yes, please. Right, handbrake on. I still think the seagulls are too loud here, but that's just my opinion. Okay, coach number 2. I can't believe it. We're expanding at a huge rate of knots. Wow, there are vehicles coming down here. I didn't think they did. I wonder what they do when they get to the bottom. Perhaps they just turn around and come back again. Right, now the other day I was really pressed for time. So I was driving really badly and I wasn't making a lot of effort not to drive any better. But today we've got maybe a couple of hours of gameplay that we can squeeze in, so I'm going to do my best to not crash the bus. Is the plan, is the idea. I'm listening to the bus, and it's quite shaky, you might have noticed. Not sure if that's a glitch, a bug, or whether it's just that the road is bumpy. But do you know what? It sounds like... Sorry, terrible bit of driving there, distracted. It sounds like a bit of a beat up, rickety old coach. And maybe that's intentional, maybe that's a reflection of the state of the vehicle itself. If I shut up for a second and drive, once I get out here, you can definitely hear there's some noises and stuff. One of the things I really want to see, and I hope it's going to be implemented, is, you know, if the indicators condition are deemed to be not working. Oh, wow, the brakes then let me down a tad. If the indicators are deemed to be not working, then I'd like to see them not working in the actual model itself. I'm hoping that's what's already implemented, but I'll have to test that. Can you hear that noise? Just sounds like a rattly, prattly old coach, which is perfect because that's what it's meant to be. I'm a long way off buying a new one, but I think a buying a new one is the only way I can realistically compare whether or not that is what's actually happening. Alrighty, we'll get this little beauty back to base. Check out our finances. Get ourselves a new route to drive, and then we'll drive and try and make some money. And seeing as you have to visit places to sort of unlock them and unlock new things to do, new jobs, new tours and stuff, I might sort of do a sightseeing tour. Let's go around and have a look at some of the buildings and locations that we can explore. Like, for example, there's a restaurant right here. Should we just pull up a second and just go have a little look? Handbrake on. This restaurant will be available as a sightseeing tour stop and will also improve your employee satisfaction. Cool. There's also a gym down here, so let's go and unlock that little beauty. If it makes our staff happier, I assume that's an important factor in the game. This gym will improve your employees' satisfaction. Excellent. So I assume just by going to them I've unlocked them. I don't know for sure. I hope that's the case. Now you'll notice that our coach is missing, and that's because our employee is presumably out driving it around. It would be amazing if they were actually driving the coach around, but I'm not quite sure how feasible that is as an option in game. It would be tremendous if they could do that, but it's a lot to ask. I'm wondering whether or not I should park. Oh, maybe it's been moved. Maybe it's been moved to our new location. I don't know. It may have been moved to the expansion garage that we have now. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. Line 102, Castello Calette de Fusta, Casillas de l'Angel. It's a short trip, 1 hour 40 minutes, it's 403 euros. Oh, and it's a repeat one. Should we take that? Oh no, that's the current order, you fool. Look at new orders. Okay, here we go. So we got loads here. Wow, 2,320 for a short trip, and it's a repeater. 2 hours and 5 minutes. That's some decent money coming in. It does make me question why we're actually doing this one, because that is not making me a lot of money at all. I think how it works is you have to drive the route before you can put an employee on it. Now this one is already ticked. It's not a repeating route. So I could grab that and make her drive it, and I could go do one of these. Alright, 2 hours 25 minutes is short, apparently, if you say so. Line 238, Castello Carleta de Fusta, Puerto del Rosario. So that's going from just up the road to the port in Rosario. I mean, that's more money, but it's not repeated. Okay, let's take this one. Select a driver, select a vehicle. Oh look, it's even got a license plate number. That's awesome. And actually this coach is better quality condition than that one. I did crash that one quite a bit, so that's probably why. Okay, let's accept that. I think we're going to cancel the other order, to be honest with you, because that's just not making enough money at all. But let's skip forward to this trip and let's go. Hey G Cooks, how you doing, buddy? Come to have a look at Tourist Bus Simulator, huh? It's an amazing game. I don't know how much you've seen on it, but we've just bought an apartment and furnished it. It's pretty insane. Okay, let's go. This is our first proper drive, I think. Our first proper route. Now you're only earning like 2,300 off this, but that is, I think, per day. So it might not take as long as I was initially expecting to earn enough money to buy the next coach. That would be cool. Try and do this route properly, no speeding. I think as a company we have got Wi-Fi coverage on all of our coaches. That's an aeroplane taking off. Can you see it in the background, I think? I can't see it right now. I can just hear it. Now, I was complaining about the airport audio, sort of. Or maybe it's just landed. It might have just landed and it's taxiing. Don't know. I was complaining about the airport audio, sort of you being able to hear it whilst you're on the road. The same does not apply to the aircraft because obviously a 737 is very loud indeed. I'm a bit concerned about this sat-nav thing. That's telling me, holy crumbs, that's telling me I've got to go all the way up here first. I'm not saying I don't believe it, but I just don't trust it. So current route, yeah, it is, that is the first stop. Okay then, we can trust the sat-nav on this occasion. So I've not been up the north end of the island before. This will be the first time. Can't see that aeroplane, unfortunately. You might see it on the way back. Oh, now he's taking off. Now he's taking off. That definitely sounds like an aeroplane taking off to me. There it goes! How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Man, the amount that they've included in this game is just eye-wateringly good. You think about the main complaints that people have with Fernbus Coach Simulator, and right up at the top there was the lack of content, the lack of business sort of aspects to it. If they can transfer all this cool stuff to Fernbus Coach Simulator, that game is going to explode. I cannot wait for that to happen, I really can't. But, you know, in the meantime, what a fantastic game this is. I just cannot believe how much content and detail they've put into this. It's absolutely amazing. watching Jimmy Daly stream the other day, and whoa, bloody hell, where did you come from? We were discussing all the cool new features that the game has and how we would really like to see them in Fernbus. And yeah, he pointed out that there were pedestrians just milling about. You know, I hadn't even seen that. There's so much eye candy and so much content. I don't think we're stopping here. Whoa, 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 hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Am I stopping here? Corralajijo. These need to be numbered. It's too confusing at the moment. So that's Puerto del Rosario. So we're not stopping there yet. I do think it's this one. How do you differentiate between which one it is? Is it this one? Does it matter which one I go to? It's got to be this one, I assume. I'll come and get you guys later, I believe. Hello, Shego333, I think that's your name, it's difficult to read it. Does the game have multiplayer in it? No, I don't believe it does. Whether that's something that's coming in the future, I couldn't say. I don't believe it has got multiplayer in it right now. I'll have to check whether that's going to be something that they're including. Now obviously, there's a football pitch there. You've heard as well as I have that the bus released next year does have multiplayer in it. So that has been confirmed, and the way that the multiplayer works in the bus is sounding very, very promising indeed. So, you know, even if there isn't multiplayer in this game right now, that's not to say that there won't be in the future. But no, I've seen no evidence of it at the moment. It is amazing. I mean, it is truly amazing. I was explaining earlier in the stream that as a beta tester, they didn't really tell me what was in the game. They just sort of went, you know, here's a key, this is how we want feedback provided and so on. And it's like, okay, fine. And you jump in, you start seeing these little snippets of information about buying apartments and then sort of, you know, buying furniture to put in there and making it look how you want it to look. It's just amazing. It is just truly amazing. My God, this is a windy road. This is going to be interesting in this coach. I do not want any collisions today. Okay, we've got a bit of space here. Let's take this wide. Apologies, I can see chat coming up. I just need to navigate some of these roads first. Okay. Oh, I've just seen a really interesting question. Let me get on a straight and narrow bit, and I'll read and answer your questions, guys. Well, where did that car vanish to? Undulating much. Look at the dust coming across. That's an amazing effect. This game just keeps impressing me. Every time I log in and I play, it just shows me something new that I totally wasn't expecting. There's a few bugs here. I think cars are hitting the ground there too hard and vanishing. Whoa! Did you guys see that? That was definitely at eye height. Wow, I wasn't expecting to see that. I've got to be a bit careful of cars coming off the road and hitting me here, I think. Keeps impressing me, guys, keeps impressing me. Yeah, this effect here, this low down, dusty sort of blow in from the sea, if you will. Very impressive. And the road as well. I mean, what a fantastic road to drive on. In terms of sightseeing, this is top notch, is it not? Okay, first question from Tana. How do you multiplay a bus driving simulation? So in Bus Simulator 2018, there were a number of modes which allowed you to play at the same time with other players who had joined your company. So either you could both be driving two different buses and you'd be doing the same route. So for example, in terms of roleplay elements, if there was like a football match on and you needed to have twice the number of coaches, then that's the kind of scenario that you're creating there by doing that. Also, you can both go on the same bus, so one of you is the ticket collector and the other one of you is the driver. Now on long haul drives, theoretically you could have two drivers. One drives for a certain number of hours and then the other one swaps and takes over. I think that would be fantastic in Fernbus because some of the routes there are very long, so you would be able to split the driving between two of you and just have someone to chat to whilst you're driving, I guess. But the bus, which is coming out in 2019, takes that even further. So you create a company, you have employees which are either AI or multiplayer, and then they can jump on your bus. You can drop them off at the bus station from their house. They drive from their house to the bus station, jump on your bus, you take them to where they've got to pick up their bus. What they've described, or what they're planning on doing with it, is just incredible. There are so many avenues where multiplayer bus driving works, and I think TML are really trying to push the boundaries of what we've seen before. I mean, some of the stuff that I've seen in this game give me huge amounts of confidence that they're going to actually be able to produce something really sensational. So let me just get around this corner without crashing into the wall, and I'll read the next question. Which is better, this simulator or Bus Simulator 2018? I'm going to say, from the perspective of simulation, I think this is probably going to be the better game. It's got some bugs and issues at the moment that need to be ironed out, but then it's a new game. I mean, Bus Sim 18 was no different, had loads of issues and bugs that needed to be fixed after release. At least with the beta testing this way round, most of the major issues should be resolved before the game goes live for you guys to buy. But I think this is the more realistic of the two. But Bus Sim 18 I think is a fantastic game, so I'm not in any way bashing it. But yeah, I think they've nailed the simulation element much better here than over there. But you know, each their own. They're very different experiences, and I enjoy both of them. As soon as I stop, I'll read your questions properly, because I'm running the risk of having an accident otherwise. So tight. I think I'm going to hit that, aren't I? Oh, that was so tight. I don't want to hit that car is the problem. This is the real challenge of the game, is just navigating these very tight little roads. Oh, there's nobody here, look. Don't tell me that's just ended the bloody thing. Jesus Christ. I was meant to be on that side. Ah, okay. This is the biggest problem with this game right now for me. The sat-nav is completely busted. It's difficult to know where your routes begin and where they end. Where I've just pulled in there, I mean, I didn't even stop, but the game felt like that was me completing the route. So it's ended the route before I've even started it. I didn't even get to pick up the passengers. That's really bad. That's really bad. That is really bad. Let me read your questions here. Tana says, from the graphics, this one looks better. I think, yeah, graphically this one is better. Especially the coach modelling, just, I think, is absolutely top notch. Bus Simulator 2018 is also good, yes, totally agree. Shego says, you think you're going to buy this game? That's cool. There are some, unfortunately I couldn't get any keys to give away today, but there are YouTubers who are streaming and giving away keys for this game, so definitely go check them out. Jimmy Daly I know had some keys to give away, so go check him out. Tana, it does look nice, but you don't see the appeal of such a game. There's not much gaming going on. This is more a simulator than a game. It's like a slow racing game without the rush of racing, and you're not very fond of racing games to begin with. Mr. Turn, you were talking to us, and Mr. Turn, no, I didn't. No, see, this is the problem. The sat-nav reroutes you all the time. It's overzealous. So if you're going round a roundabout, it will try and redirect you in all different 4 directions at the same time. It just needs to be toned down and fixed. It is a bug at the moment. It definitely needs to be repaired. But the issue here is that when you start a route, now I can't show you because the route is now disengaged, but the first point of the route was meant to be this side here, where you see the passengers standing and waiting for me. But because I came in this side thinking that I was starting here, the game, even though I didn't stop, the game acknowledged that I had stopped at that stop, and basically that's the last one, so it ended the route before it had even begun. So I mean, that's definitely a bug. And when I was looking at the sat-nav as well, let's go inside, it's a bit quieter. When I was looking at the sat-nav as well, it didn't actually say to drive down here and turn around. So there are some issues with the sat-nav and the bugs and stuff. But the appeal of this game, other than driving coaches, which is a challenge in itself, is that you are running a business, you are managing the employees, you are buying apartments and presumably renting those out as well. You are sort of buying electronics and stuff. In fact, let me just pull over a second here. Rather badly. I'm totally going to block that guy, but never mind. And let's just go and see if we can unlock that building. Oh, it seems like I can't go in this one at the moment, for whatever reason. Might just be a bug. Still is in beta testing. I might just not have unlocked that part of the game yet, I don't know. Right, let's see if I can get around this guy without bumping into him. Now what I'm concerned about... Oh, there's management as well. Let me show you the management, Tana. The management is insane. So earlier on today, I went and bought an apartment, and then you go into the apartment, and if you've seen the game House Flipper, how you can change the walls and put furniture in and put a bathroom in, toilets in, a kitchen in, a desk in, change the couch, get a table, change the lighting. You can do all of that in this game. It's absolutely insane what they've included here. So let me see here, employees. At the moment we've got just one employee, Victoria Herbst. We're paying her $900 a month or a week, I'm not entirely sure. She's got these ranking skills, if you will. Now I'm not entirely sure what all of this stuff means yet. I haven't had enough time to really sort of drill down and get full feedback from stuff. But you can also hire mechanics which repair the coaches that you have. So over time, let me show you here, over time your vehicles will degrade. So I'm sure if, there you go. So we've just bought these two second-hand coaches. This one needs an oil change and a tyre change, but also the V-belt can require changing. You see we're almost up to the point where we need to change that. Same with the brake lining, obviously that's only just been changed, so we've got 10,000 kilometres on that. But inside you've got the internal components, so my indicators don't work on this coach at the moment, but I don't have any mechanics to fix it at this time, and all this stuff here is semi-broken. So this should all be green, but they're all yellow, which means they're close to breaking. But there is just so much. Oh, and it looks like you can now change the license plate as long as you're not driving it. I haven't seen that before. That's new. So yeah, I mean, in terms of look at the size of the map. It's huge. There is so much to do and so much to drive around and experience. And if we zoom in to all these properties here, you can see we've got restaurants, we've got a hotel. Some hotels you can buy. We've got sightseeing points. You can set up your own routes and drive and make sightseeing tours. You can employ sightseeing. What are they called? I don't know. The people who take you around and tell you about the things you're looking at. The tour guides. There's an airport here. The airport actually has aircraft taking off and landing throughout the day. There's probably loads I've missed in that little snippet, but yeah, I mean, it's not short of content. Let's get... Can I fast travel back and bring the coach with me? Let's just test that. It's a test, this one, to see if it actually works that way. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate you coming along and taking the time to do that. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who watched this video today. Special big thank you to our patrons and supporters on Twitch. But everybody who comes and watches, you all count, you are all part of this. And I thank you so much. If you hit that like button, I will like you twice as much. Even more than that, perhaps. It is for you guys that I make these videos, so it matters to me a huge amount if you enjoy watching them, and if you don't, you need to tell me. So thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, until next time, goodbye for now.